Business consultant presents you another model, yearly budget planner, which will help you plan your budget for an year. Here, beginning with assumptions, these orange cells are all the cells which can be changed according to your requirements. What we have done, we have divided the income and expenses into three types. Number one, fixed, which remain constant over the year. Number two, growing, which are increasing or decreasing, but at a constant growth rate. And number three are dynamic, which are changing and unpredictable. It means you don't know what will be their amount, and it could differ from month to month. So you have to fill these by yourself. Here you can see we have the number of incomes that we have listed down. You can change these as per your requirements. Then you have to select their type from this drop down. When we say fixed, it means it remain constant. You can say it is growing, or you can say it is dynamic. Coming to expenses, we have categorized into them four category. Number one, home, daily living, transportation expenses. Number two, we have saving expenses. Number three, health expenses. Number four, entertainment expenses. For every category, you have to select a type, and then moving on. These are the numbers that you can see are the amount for the first one. Then, based on the type that we have selected, these numbers will change. Now, moving on, here we have the budgeted amounts. You can see from here that if I'm saying it's a growing income, you can see it is growing at a constant rate. You don't have to do anything. It will be happening by a formula. But when I say this is a dynamic income, you have to put the numbers by yourself. And you can see when the income is dynamic, the cells are orange. So you have to put the numbers here. So let me show you one example. If I'm changing this grow other income one by dynamic, and I'm then going to budget it, you can see this becomes orange and the values, and you got the space for the values. So it is an automatic and flexible thing. On the above, you can see the summary for your budgeted total income and total expense. Moving on, here is your actual. You have to put all these values by yourself in these orange cells. The total will happen its own, and then you will get the summary in the summary here. These are the amounts which will occur in real, so you have to put these when it is happening, and you can see what is the difference between the budgeted that you think will happen and the real and the actual which are happening. Moving on, we have the actual versus budgeted. What you can do here, you can see that how much variance or how much different is between budgeted and actual. One way to say is what you have planned versus what you have bought. How to see this? You can select the month from here. It could be any month that you want to select. If I'm selecting February from here, you can see the values are changing automatically, and you can move whether it is a favorable outcome or the unfavorable outcome. It is happening for all the income and all the expenses. Then moving on to compare 2 months, you have given this feature that if you have selected February here, you can select another month here. Suppose I'm going for January here. So when I'm selecting Jan here, you have to select it from this drop down. The values are again changing. So you can see in January, the variance is unfavorable, but in Feb, it is favorable. So this feature is here. Now, if you want for the annual summary, that over the year, what is the difference between budgeted and actual? It is presented here, and you can get the annual balance that whether it was unfavorable or favorable, whether your annual income was favorable or unfavorable. Here, unfavorable means that you budgeted that you will earn 79,000, but in actual you have earned 8,000. So of course it is unfavorable. It is happening for all the salary income and all the expenses, so you can see you. Then moving on, we have our dashboard. It is showing everything in the quick snapshot, so you can see what are your expenses, actual breakdown versus budgeted, and you can compare actual versus budgeted. Here you can select the month from this drop down, like I'm selecting January, and the glow graph will change its value. So it depends on the month you want to select and then see the result. So thank you everyone for watching this video. I hope this budget planner will help you in planning your budget. Thank you.